Hello everybody, Hassan here, engineer, MBA, and investor. And in today's video, I want to talk about ARK Invest adding Caribou Biosciences to their genomics fund. I want to talk about the latest bloodbath market right now as we speak. And I also want to talk a little bit about Tesla's earnings call yesterday. They really broke records. I want to talk about all these topics in today's video. Before we do that, guys, before we talk about these topics, please do like this video, smash that like button, destroy that like button, guys. You guys know how the YouTube algorithms work. More likes, more views. Thank you very much for the support, guys. Also, subscribe if you haven't. A lot of you watch our videos, do not subscribe. Please do subscribe, guys. It's a free click, it's so quick. And ultimately, you'll have free information for a lifetime. So it's an amazing, right? Amazing deal. So really, I found this yesterday evening, and Caribou Biosciences, if you guys remember, they went public on Friday, right? So there's Friday and then there's Monday, right? Those are the two trading days. And ARK Invest, it is an actively fund ETF fund, which traded fund, which means basically that they have to publish which stock they sold, which stock they bought every single day. At the end of the day, usually it's around like 9, 10 p.m. Eastern. We get that on different social media platforms. And I noticed that in this ARK Invest, right? ARK Invest Holdings has of today's 27 July. Like I said, it is an actively traded ETF, which means that there's always stocks being bought, sold in this holding. It's part of the game. It's part of ARK Invest mentality. And in ARKG fund, which is obviously the most popular one in genomics, I looked at here and look at this, guys. Number 53, Caribou Biosciences. They purchase many shares of this company, right? Look at this, guys. They purchased about 1.5 million shares, and actually that value got updated recently, but it was 1.5 last I checked, but now it's a 1.49. This looks like they sort of were off by 1,500 shares. And if you do the calculation here, it turns out that they sort of bought a little bit before the IPO. And actually, this is what I want to talk about. It looks like RG Fund or any other ETF from ARK Invest, they basically buy and sell secondary shares and really have access to literally the trading of the companies right before they hit the public markets in the IPO days, which means that they did not have to report. They did not have to report the uh, the latest bot that they literally bought, Caribou Biosciences, right? So really interesting, guys. I found that really interesting. They are officially adding Caribou Biosciences. It does matter, right? It does matter. We know Caribou Biosciences is the oldest company in genome editing. They have a proprietary technology that they believe that will reduce off targets, improve efficiency from the first generation of CRISPR tech, right? Chardonnay's rDNA technology. We know that they dosed their first patient a few weeks ago with CBO10, and we also know they have many other programs in the pipeline, and they have several licensing deals, including some patents over livestock, animals, plants, vegetations, and so on. So, absolutely amazing to see this, guys. I'm really happy to see RG Fund. That they added Caribou Biosciences. I know they've gotten a lot of heat recently from individuals in the genomic space because they sort of added some big companies that are not necessarily genomics companies. I mean, look at Teladoc being, the highest percentage in weight, and then you have other Vertex. I mean, yeah, they have a partnership with CRISPR Therapeutics, but why does CRISPR Therapeutics have is in the 16th position while Vertex is at 5? And these are big pharma companies, right? But it is what it is. They're still a proponent of the genomic space. They're still big supporters of the genome editing space. I think ARK Invest and obviously Kathy Wood and the team have done an amazing job promoting genomics, promoting genome editing technologies to all institutions, to all retail investors. So this is amazing. It's a great starting point for all investors. Again, not financial advice, but I think this is amazing. They added Caribou Biosciences. So the next thing here, I have Caribou Biosciences here, but look at this, guys. Today's market, this is just a bloodbath, right? Look at this. This is huge, right? Let's look at Tesla, right? Tesla broke records yesterday. They're down. They're down, almost 4% as we speak. Look at the CRISPR Therapeutics, almost 5%. And let's take a look at Beam. Beam 7.5%. I mean, this is just a bloodbath, right? And I think this is a great reminder, a great time to remind ourselves that it's all about the long term, guys. Okay, it's all about the long term. It's all about holding your conviction, doing your research, and really building that conviction so that even if you have this type of market where everything is going down, it is a bloodbath market type of market. You want to be able to sort of stick with your conviction because ultimately the fundamentals have not changed, right? It's not like the fundamentals change. The markets always go up, they go down. This is part of the game. You guys know this. If you decide to invest in public stock markets, then you likely had some sort of appetite for high growth, but also you have to be able to accept these types of red days that they call it, bloodbath days, and it's part of the game, guys. It is part of the game. I really don't think there's anything wrong with that. Look at this, FinWiz. Look at this. Amazon down almost 2.5%. Google almost 2%. PayPal, almost 3.5%. I mean, some companies are up, obviously, but in the general side of things, technology companies are down. They're being hit heavily, specifically genome editing companies and genomics. Revolutionary companies are always hit hard during these red days because investors are pouring out their money. Institutional investors are putting out of it. They're sort of addressing and sort of analyzing the markets long term and so on. It is what it is, guys. This is nothing new, but I did want to cover that really briefly in today's video. And my next thing here that I wanted to cover, guys, it is Tesla's earnings report, right? So yesterday they published their earnings report and they broke records, right? They broke records, and you guys saw the stock has been down almost 4% as we speak today. Although they literally broke records, they sold as many vehicles as they could. Their revenues hit off the roof, right? They beat Wall Street analysts estimates, and that's what I want to go over. And there's other YouTube channels obviously that go really deep into these types of earnings, and I highly advise you guys to watch them, like Dave Lee, Rob Myrer from Tesla Daily, there's even Warren, and so many other individuals. But I did want to mention a few things here. Look at this, guy. Record vehicle production deliveries in Q2, quarter two of this year. Successful launch of FSD subscription, which is their whole SaaS model where you don't have the option to only pay for a one-time thing for their FSD technology, but you can actually pay a monthly fee, $199. They started delivering the Model S Plaid model, which is basically the safest car, the fastest production car ever, and it is at a reasonable cost, 4 doors. I mean, what else can you say anything about this type of vehicle, right? So, I mean, they've had some issues with supply chain, but this is just part of the game. Every other legacy autos have had many issues, and I just think this is quite amazing. And I wanted to show you guys really quickly here automotive revenues. Look at this, guys, year over year, almost 100% growth. 100% growth. This is amazing, guys. This is just amazing what you're seeing here. Look at this. Regulatory credits up really. Yeah, that doesn't really matter that much, but regulatory credits being, they've decreased that value, which means it destroys the narrative that people say that Tesla's profitable only because of regulatory credits. They just basically debunked that in this earnings call, and we sort of expected that. So it's not that shocking, but the numbers are just shocking, guys. Look at this earnings per share non-GAAP, right? $1.45 a share, and Wall Street estimated around 90 cents, right? So this is up 50% beat of Wall Street analysts, and I think they just like killed it. I think what they are on track to break records. They are breaking records. We'll see Cybertrucks on the roads in 2022. We'll see the first Model Y delivered in Berlin factory, in Texas factory. And Elon Musk said something really interesting in the call. He said that their superchargers have to grow faster than their vehicles output. And this is very important, guys, because look at this, guys, year to year, almost 50% growth of supercharger stations, right? That's the whole power as a service model, right? That we keep iterating in our channel, right? The idea that, non-Tesla vehicles can connect their vehicles to supercharger stations of Tesla, pay a licensing fee, pay additional premium. Tesla makes that recurring revenue. I think this is just amazing. Plus, it accelerates the mission of Tesla, which is to accelerate the adoption of renewable energy sources, allows legacy autos, allows other startups to participate in the EV market without worrying about the supercharger stations. I mean, Elon even mentioned his goal is not to create this walled garden, just like some other company may do. Like, I'm sure some of you already know which big tech companies I'm talking about. So this is just amazing, guys. Their progress in China has been amazing. China really overtook. Literally, look at this. We have completed the transition of Gigafactory Shanghai as a primary vehicle export hub. So it's no longer Fremont in California. China is the main factory in Shanghai. It is the main factory for Tesla for export. I think it's just amazing. Berlin, and we've seen a lot of bureaucrats, a lot of bureaucracy, but eventually, by the end of the day, at the end of the year, they will be delivering vehicles in Europe made by Berlin in German soil. And obviously, Texas, Austin is growing as expected. It will, like I said, it will continue the progress and they will be delivering Model Ys in Texas as they announced. Cybertrucks will come afterwards with semis in 2022, hopefully. And I think this is just amazing what they're doing. Tesla is not just a vehicle car, guys. They are a SaaS company, software as a service. They have gaming system in their cars, like in the Plaid S. Their vehicle software, the whole iOS system. That Apple feeling, right? The whole FSD, autopilot, robo taxi system that we believe will be deployed in Miami City, and the battery train powertrain technology they have, the highest mileage per cost. They have the best in terms of mileage per cost compared to any other vehicles out there. I mean, Porsche has a vehicle out there that's like $200,000 and it can't even reach 200 miles, right? So Tesla is like light years ahead of it is. Legacy autos are anchored with legacy business, with partnerships with dealership, mechanics, oil companies, dirty oil companies, insurance companies, and Tesla is just hitting on all firing from all cylinders here. Energy, going exactly the way it's supposed to be with superchargers, delivering power walls, delivering battery packs to consumers, and solar roofs to citizens around in US. I think this is just amazing what they're seeing. And yet, the company stock is down 4% today. They literally broke records. I don't know what else to say, you guys. This is it is what it is. It's part of the game, and you as an investor, you have to be aware of this dynamic. And ultimately, I think the narrative will change once robotaxi is out. But you sort of apply these theories, you sort of apply these observations in genomics, in genome editing companies, and you try to learn as much as you can, right? And ultimately, guys, if you've done your research, you held your conviction. I mean, it will take years, okay? It will take years to have a breakout year. We saw it with Tesla, we saw it with Amazon. And we are seeing it with genomics companies, specifically genome editing companies. But guys, FDA approval, CTX001 in 2022. Hopefully, other companies start propelling their company's stock, right? Start raising funds, having the green light in terms of cash on hand. We talked about this many times and a couple times in our channel. So hopefully you guys appreciate this video. I want to talk about the latest news in today's market. Obviously, there are other news as well. It is earnings week. Apple's are releasing their earnings today, as well as Facebook and Microsoft. So lots of action going. Amazing week. Unfortunately, it's a bloodbath market. It is what it is, guys. Think about long term. Um, and for me personally, I just had my second dose vaccine shot, and I was knocked out yesterday. Last night was crazy. If you guys had your second dose, let me know how you guys felt in the comments below. My arm here just can't move right now. I just feel like shit, to be honest. But it is what it is. I wanted to make that video for you guys, for you people to sort of improve knowledge, be in a position to give you guys free education. That's my goal. That's my mission, and that is my duty ultimately. So thank you very much for watching. Have an amazing Tuesday, and we'll see each other in the next video. Thank you very much.